Alright.
And we're back. Just got done with the visit to the Citadel, and we did all our little side missions there. And we're going to continue with the game. We got who did we get? We got Kasumi. So when I play Mass Effect 2, I just like to get Kasumi's little side mission out of the way because it's right in the same cluster. So we're just going to go do that, and we're going to listen to another little rant, because that is the theme of this playthrough thus far. We're just ranting about stupid shit that we hate, or that we dislike, or that we just have any kind of feeling about. So if you're not liking this, then yeah, I don't know why you're still watching it. So here's
positive
Trevor.
or negative, we're going to talk shit.
We're going to talk about it. We've been pretty negative thus far, and I have a feeling that it's going to continue to be negative as we go through it, because we just don't like the
with
stuff.
this one. Yeah. This one's gonna be. This one's definitely gonna be negative.
But I'm gonna say something real quick that it seems like we've been kind of hating on women thus far, because we've talked about
which is not the case.
We're not. Yeah, we're not. Misogynists. I consider myself a feminist, just not an insane feminist. So
yeah, you're not a third wave feminist.
Yeah,
you're a feminist, but reasonable about it.
I'm reasonable. So anyway. But yeah, this will be a little bit of a change from feminist topics, I think. But here's Trevor to just take that away with it.
It's still gonna piss people off.
I'm sure it'll still piss people off. It'll just be for a different reason other than feminism.
Our friend Hawk
it'll move off of the woman subject.
A couple dozen of the worst liars, cheaters, and mass murderers.
Oh my God!
Enjoy the Mass Effect during this.
The man himself.
Yeah, just listen to some Mass Effect while you get angry at what I'm about to say.
Or agree.
I'm going to talk about. Yeah, or agree. I'm going to talk about fake Christians, and that sounds. It sounds like. When I say that,
people are already turning off in droves.
We'll make our way to Hawk's vault door, somewhere in the back of the ballroom.
Out loud, it sounds worse than what I'm trying to say.
The statue should be there, waiting for you to crack it
open. Out loud, it sounds like I'm saying that I'm a Christian, and I think there are fake Christians. Like, I'm a Christian, and you aren't acting like a Christian. No, what I'm talking about is those people that do fucked up stuff, and then say, they'll post a status on Facebook like,
it's all that remains of who he was.
Like,
the secret he discovered
praise Jesus, God is good, thank God, blah blah blah. Fuck you if you do that.
That's what I'm going
I am an atheist. I know you are an atheist as well. At least agnostic.
I'm agnostic. I wouldn't consider myself a full-on atheist yet. I still consider myself.
Yeah, I would say I'm in between agnostic and atheist, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my problem that I'm going to talk about is fake Christians, and I'll bring up a couple good examples. When I was in high school, I thought I was a Christian because I liked the hot girls that went to the fucking church that I went to, that would hook up with me because
I believe we've met. Donovan Hawk.
I don't know, we wouldn't like that. Like, there's no reason for not like that.
Oh, I've heard a lot about you.
I didn't really ever give a shit about, and I spent a lot of money too doing this stuff, like going every Wednesday. I went to a youth group, and I went to winter camp I went to winter camp with the intention of going snowboarding, not to care about Jesus. I went to summer camp with the intention of hooking up with the girls at summer camp and playing sports literally for 7 days straight, not giving a shit about the Jesus thing. But I was a fake Christian because I didn't care. I didn't really care about Christianity, honestly. I never preached to my friends. Anyone can attest to that. I never preached to Matt, Schmeebo, or Danny, or anyone else.
Who the fuck is going to call me Schmeebo? Really? I call you Trevor. I don't call you Sucks Guy.
Yeah. I
don't
think I ever called you Matt. So Matt, aka Schmeebo. I never preached to him or his family or anything. I took Danny to church once when I was 14, just to see if he'd go. It was like one of the first weeks I went.
Just watching his ass, I'm sure.
He didn't like it.
I can't blame him.
So
what do we do now?
We left.
We go on with the plan.
I never asked him to go back ever again.
Danny is my brother, by the way.
I didn't give a fuck. Yes, Danny and Matt are brothers, and I'm like their third brother. sort of.
Essentially.
We'll keep radio contact in case something goes wrong.
So,
we need to guard the door in case the security.
I went to church for 4 years, and in my senior year of high school, I started dating this girl. I'll leave her name out. Her name's Chelsea Poff.
I'll leave her name out. Her name's Chelsea.
And it was a fucking, like, it was a wild fucking ride, dude. Like
a hot ass.
So, I went to homecoming with this girl that I was dating my junior year, or I went to prom, my first prom, and there was this girl there that I'd never met before.
Very nice.
Like 3 of them.
There's more here
She
than
was
I
in my prom
expected.
group. They didn't have dates. They just went as their own dates. This girl, Chelsea, extremely attractive.
Voice lock, kinetic barrier,
Extremely attractive to me.
DNA scanner.
Out of her group of friends, definitely the most attractive, besides maybe Jessica. It's kind of like a, whether you like short girls or tall girls kind of thing.
Remember who you're talking to. We'll need to get a voice sample for the voice lock.
Chelsea, or Zeri and I broke up,
We'll have to find a
and Chelsea and I
password,
started
DNA,
dating in a very strange way.
We should find plenty
I
of
said, I'm
DNA
bored, what should I
samples
do?
in
Like
our
2 weeks
private
after me and Zeri broke up
And the
on
berry?
Facebook.
Cut the
Chelsea
power.
replies to
Never
that,
fails.
comments in it, and
If we
says,
can find
oh, you
it.
should text me.
KG could go through a
And
system like
I
this
didn't have her
in
phone
his
number.
sleep.
I had never saved it, I don't think, from prom.
Let's get
And
to it.
I said, I don't have it, blah, blah, blah. Long story short,
It looks like the barrier's
we
power
end up
runs under the
dating
floor here. I'll
because
set
I
the
like her.
Omni tool to scan
She
for
likes me.
signals
She
that
seems
feel.
very nice. Very nice girl. She is Christian, but she doesn't go to the same youth group thing that I go to. She goes to a different one with her family. No big deal. I was a Christian, she was a Christian, whatever.
One sec.
So, we had sex a
Have
lot.
to take care of the
A
barrier.
fuck ton. Like, I'm not even joking you. Every single day for like a year straight. Sometimes twice a day. It was
That door goes to a
ridiculous.
security room. Take care of the lock.
We were in Disneyland. She was a nymphomaniac, I'm pretty sure. Like, she would want me to have sex with her little sister in the room. And it was fucking weird. Like, in the pool, we'd be playing with her little sister and stuff, and like just in the pool, and her family's around, and she would just swim by and like put her hand in my bathing suit and try and like jerk me off in the pool. It was fucking weird. But then she'd go through these times where, you know, she'd go through these points in time where she'd be like, we need to be better Christians, we can't have sex. And then, you know, like a week later, she's begging me to just finger her while
See
I'm
what you can
driving.
find.
And it was just the weirdest shit. Like, so that was
Got
a
something?
fucking avalanche of a
password is
relationship where it was just all downhill
That's the name of the
and
man who stole the Mona
rocky
Lisa.
and tumbling, and it was just
Nice.
weird.
I tapped into their communication. Maybe it'll
So
come in
then
handy. We still
we
need
break
that
up.
voice sample from Hawk.
I'm in college now, this is in story time. I'm in college, you know, hooking up with random people. I don't do anything with Christianity anymore. Pretty much by the time I got to college, I realized I'm an agnostic or an atheist. I don't really do anything. This girl is still extremely
Mr. Hawk's
Christian.
private rooms are
right?
off limits to guests
So-
without security clearance.
I have clearance to go in.
You know, she's lying to me all the time when we're in college dating. She's lying to me all the
authorization
time.
from Chief
Cheated
Rowe.
on me a couple
Okay, 1
times.
second.
You know,
Chief
then
Rowe,
would make
Sanders.
me to be the bad guy because
Have
I,
you given
you
access
know,
authorization to
would
Mr.
say
Hawk's
stuff
private rooms?
to other girls, like talk to them, and she'd think I was
They
cheating on her,
have
but I
access,
wasn't.
Samuels.
It
Now
was
stop
fucked up.
bothering me.
She was crazy.
Got it. Sorry to bother you, man.
A lot of guys say, "Oh, my girlfriend was crazy."
Okay,
She was
you're clear to
actually
go in.
fucking insane.
Enjoy the party.
Zeri, you're still talking about Zeri.
She
right?
lied to me. No, Chelsea.
Oh, I'm sorry.
This is Chelsea.
Okay.
She lied to me about like being raped, all this fucked up, weird shit, crazy stuff, unnecessary to get
Look for
into.
anything we can get useful DNA from.
But the big
Just
thing
make
was
it quick and
between
quiet.
senior year and college, I went to this
Found a
summer
sample?
camp
No.
with
Credit
all my
check.
guy friends. We were like senior boys because we
Not
went to
a
the
great saliva
youth group and
sample,
everything,
but it's
and
still useful. We're going to
you know,
need
we were the
more
senior
than this
boys.
scanner, though.
we had our group of girls, and senior girls and boys and stuff like
A
that. We'd hang out and
cigarette
stuff.
would have been a good source.
But all I would think about was not actually caring about
Looks like Hawk
Jesus, really. All I would think about was like, oh, that girl's hot, I want to hook up with her. And I would most of the time, usually. Like, Chelsea would break up with me, I'd go hook up with them, and we'd get back together, and it was fucked up. So in college, whatever. So then this Chelsea girl, she goes fucking off. Starts doing pills like every day, getting hammered all the time. All the while, keeping up the appearances of I'm a good Christian, I love Jesus. And that's kind of my point. Is
We should
like,
find another sample.
what the fuck, dude? Like,
We can
you
probably
can't just
pulse
make
DNA
up a
off the
book
data bank.
and essentially in the book there's a story that
That's
says
good.
you
Let's
can
get out
do
of here.
whatever the fuck you want all the time, 100% of the time, as long as when you're done with it, you go, I'm sorry.
I'm
and
sorry,
then, oh,
God.
all's forgiven. Yeah, like, what is that? What kind of rule is that? What if that's how the law was? Like, you killed a guy, stole a bunch of money, and then all you said was, oh, I'm sorry, U.S. government. I'll say the Pledge of Allegiance 20 times, but I'll still keep all the money and all this other shit. You know, it's like, what the fuck?
I could
this
get in on
crazy.
this conversation right here, but it would take me fucking 30 minutes to explain why that is just stupid as shit.
So one day she comes to me and she asks what I'm doing. Like, hey, I'm just hanging out. She's like, oh, well, my boyfriend broke up with me because she was dating a guy. Well, whatever. And I was like, oh, that sucks. Well, if you want to talk about it, sure.
I understand
because I cared about her. Like, we dated for a long time, almost 2 years. And so, I was like, yeah, if you want to talk, go ahead.
If you understand the pain,
So she's like, can I just come over? Sure. I go outside. She's like, just come in my car. Let's go do whatever. We end up fucking in her car because that's all she wanted. She just wanted to have sex. Not that I'm against that. What? Sure. I'll have sex with you. I like sex. So this is like 2 weeks before Christmas. Okay.
Cleaners. The support structure for the galaxy's gleeful delusions of peace.
On Instagram,
May there always
on
be a
Christmas
market for the
Eve,
things we do.
I see Chelsea Poff. Picture come up. Picture is her boyfriend had proposed to her, and she said yes.
I said get him talking,
Now,
and you got him talking.
I'm not a
You
Christian.
got
I went to
enough of a
Catholic
voice
school for
sample.
10 years.
Let him go.
Yeah,
I'm not a
so did I.
Christian,
Enjoy the
but
party, Mr.
somehow I think God might have a little problem with that if he was real. You know, like he might think that's kind of fucked up. But these are the people that will post shit, you know, like in the Bible, it says to love everyone unconditionally, essentially. That's the gist of the Bible. Love everyone unconditionally as you would want yourself to be treated, love, blah, blah, blah. But these people are the same people that are like, fuck you, if you're gay, you're going to hell, burn in hell, I hate you, throwing rocks at their shit, and then going home and posting on Facebook a Bible verse or some shit. They're fake religious people because I don't know why. It's like they think that their religion makes them untouchable as a human, or that human decency kind of like goes out the window. And I'm not like one of those bitter atheists. Like if you're a Christian, you come to me and you say I'm a Christian, I'm not going to say, well, fuck you, God is not real, blah, 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 blah. I don't give a shit. I have a bunch of friends that are Christians, but I just don't really care. But the thing that really pisses me off is like going to a college party, or like, because I was in a fraternity, like being at a college party and seeing girls literally getting fingered on the couch, and then, you know, the same girls are posting statuses of them, you know, or pictures of them at church saying like, God is the one and only true, blah, blah. Like, okay, I'm not trying to like slut shame or whatever, or say that God hates you because you're doing this, but come the fuck on. I don't think God would be totally cool with you just getting finger banged.
Of course not.
On a couch in front of a bunch of people, and the next day going to church and just being like, I'm sorry. You know, it's just like, what is wrong with people that they can't see that? It's
This scanner will hone in on the grave.
I'm just really happy that we're kind of phasing out of a religious society as a whole. I mean, we still have a lot
I don't
of
even think you
people,
can say that, because...
Well, we are. I mean,
over time,
we have less religion.
Over time, we have kind of phased
religious
out of that kind of shit. That's true.
But it's the fucking older people that are just ruining it. And then I just don't understand how you can have gone to school, gone to a public school, learned a bunch of shit, and then gone to college. And in college, you don't, like, you learn a bunch of new shit. And at the same time, you think, you know what? None of this would be possible if the invisible guy in the sky didn't forgive me for, you know, sucking that dude's cock in a bathroom with like 20 other people around. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? You know, like what are you doing with your life where you need to validate your existence by, why don't you just be a good person? You know, like all these people say the same shit all the time, where it's like, well, how do you know how to be a good person if you're not, you know, if you're doing this and doing that? Well, it's easy. you just be a good person. You know, like if people need help or whatever, you know, don't call people dirty Mexicans. Shit, Donald Trump.
I could still get money for something like this.
It's really not that fucking hard. You don't need to be a rocket scientist to figure out that, you know, maybe the Bible isn't 100% necessary.
Well, that's a whole nother discussion that we can get into at another time. But for as for this episode, I think we've come to a good enough conclusion that there are so many double fucking standards for allegedly religious people. You know, they can at one point say that they are the most religious person in the world, and then at the next point get finger fucked on a couch in front of several people. And then at the same time, even though it's not said at all explicitly in the Bible, say that God is going to eat or kill every single gay person on the planet. So,
Eat?
Yeah, I just made that up. But, yeah, I'd say that's a pretty good conclusion to come to. A pretty concise conclusion
It's
to
like,
come to.
Just be a good person without thinking that the reason you're being a good person is for some personal gain at the end of your life. Just be a good person because other people deserve it, you know?
Yeah, the way I see it is, if this person, God, does exist, and he created heaven and earth, he is not going to give a fuck about people on the earth.
Whether you like it in your ass or your pussy.
Yeah, because there are billions upon trillions upon quadrillions of planets out there that probably have life on them too.
And that's fucking proven. That shit's proven, and people just ignore it. Exactly. The last thing I want to say about it, though, is that I might have just forgotten it, honestly.
Come. Quickly.
Yeah, whatever.
Quickly, brother.
I'm trying to think of it. I guess, like you were saying, if there is a God that created heaven and the earth and the mighty and whatever, and why the fuck would he care? You know, like,
why does he care? He doesn't. Why
would he care? It's been proven that there's thousands and thousands of planets. Yeah, it's literally been proven that there's thousands and thousands of planets. Yet the Bible only discusses Earth, that God created Earth and the 7 planets.
Yeah, the way I see it, this is my
the
conclusion.
9 total planets.
This is my conclusion. The way I see it, if he does care, he's probably laughing. That's it. The end.
Give a shit.
I think that's the end of the discussion. And join us again next time when we'll probably talk about something else. Obviously, we'll talk about something else.
We might talk.
We might
just
talk.
sit there in silence.
It could be a completely silent episode.
Silence. Meditative reflection.
But enjoy, friends.